Parashat Shoftim, Deuteronomy chapter 16 verse 18 to chapter 21 verse 9. Chapter 16 verse 18. Judges and officers you are to appoint within all your gates that Adonai your God is giving you, according to your tribes, and they are to judge the people with righteous judgment. You are not to twist justice. You must not show partiality or take a bribe, for a bribe blinds the eyes of the wise and distorts the words of the righteous. Justice you must pursue, so that you may live and possess the land that Adonai your God is giving you. You are not to plant for yourself an Asherah pole of any kind of wood beside the altar of Adonai your God that you make for yourself, nor are you to set up a pillar for yourself. Adonai your God hates this. Chapter 17. You are not to sacrifice to Adonai your God a bull or a sheep that has a defect or anything bad, for that would be an abomination to Adonai your God. Suppose there is found in your midst, within one of your gates that Adonai your God is giving you, a man or woman who does what is evil in the eyes of Adonai your God by transgressing his covenant. This person goes and serves other gods and worships them, the sun or moon or any of the heavenly host, which I have not commanded. It is told to you, and you have heard about it, and you investigate thoroughly, and indeed it is true, and the thing is certain. This abomination has been done in Israel. Then you are to bring out to your gates that man or woman who has done this evil thing, and stone that man or woman with stones to death. By the word of 2 or 3 witnesses, the one who is to die is to be put to death. No one is to be put to death by the word of 1 witness. The hand of the witnesses is to be first to put him to death, and afterward the hand of all the people. So you are to purge the evil from your midst. Suppose a matter arises that is too hard for you to judge, over bloodshed, legal claims, or assault, matters of controversy within your gates. Then you should go up to the place Adonai your God chooses, and come to the Levitical Kohanim, and the judge in charge at that time. And you will inquire, and they will tell you the sentence of judgment. You are to act according to the sentence they tell you from that place Adonai chooses, and take care to do all that they instruct you. You are to act according to the instruction they teach you and the judgment they tell you. You must not turn aside from the sentence they tell you, to the right or to the left. The man who acts presumptuously by not listening to the Kohen, who stands to serve there before Adonai your God, or to the judge, that man must die. So you are to purge the evil from Israel. Then all the people will hear and be afraid, and not act presumptuously again. When you come to the land that Adonai your God is giving you, possess it and dwell in it, and you say, I will set a king over me, like all the nations around me. You will indeed set over yourselves a king, whom Adonai your God chooses. One from among your brothers will be appointed as king over you. You may not put a foreigner over you, who is not your brother. Only he should not multiply horses for himself, or make the people return to Egypt to multiply horses, because Adonai has said to you, you must never go back that way again. Nor should he multiply wives for himself, so that his heart does not turn aside, nor multiply much silver and gold for himself. Now when he sits on the throne of his kingdom, he is to write for himself a copy of this Torah on a scroll from what is before the Levitical Kohanim. It will remain with him, and he will read it in all the days of his life, in order to learn to fear Adonai his God, and keep all the words of this Torah and these statutes. Then his heart will not be exalted above his brothers, and he will not turn from the commandment to the right or to the left, so that he may prolong his days in his kingship, he and his sons in the midst of Israel. Chapter 18. The Levitical Kohanim, all the tribe of Levi, are to have no portion or inheritance with Israel. They are to eat the offerings made to Adonai by fire as his inheritance. They will have no inheritance among their brothers. Adonai is their inheritance, just as he promised them. So this will be the share due to the Kohanim from the people. From those who offer a sacrifice, whether a bull or a sheep, they are to give the Kohen the shoulder, 2 cheeks, and the stomach. The first fruits of your grain, of your new wine, of your oil, and the first fleece of your sheep you are to give him. For Adonai your God has chosen him from all your tribes to stand and serve in the name of Adonai, him and his sons forever. Suppose a Levite comes from one of your towns, wherever he is living in all of Israel, and he comes whenever his soul desires to the place Adonai chooses, and serves in the name of Adonai his God, like all his fellow Levites who stand there before Adonai. They are to eat equal portions, regardless of their father's goods. When you enter the land Adonai your God is giving you, you are not to learn to do the abominations of those nations. There must not be found among you anyone who makes his son or daughter pass through the fire, or a fortune teller, soothsayer, omen reader, or sorcerer, or one who casts spells, or a medium, a spiritist, or one who calls up the dead. For whoever does these things is an abomination to Adonai, and because of these abominations Adonai your God is driving them out from before you. You are to be blameless before Adonai your God. For these nations which you are about to dispossess listen to soothsayers and fortune tellers, but as for you, Adonai your God will not allow you to do so. Adonai your God will raise up for you a prophet like me from your midst, from your brothers. To him you must listen. This is just what you asked of Adonai your God in Horeb on the day of the assembly, when saying, I cannot continue to hear the voice of Adonai my God, or see this great fire any more, or I will die. Adonai said to me, They have done well in what they have spoken. I will raise up a prophet like you for them from among their brothers. I will put my words in his mouth, and he will speak to them all that I command him. But whoever does not listen to my words that this prophet speaks in my name, I myself will call him to account. But the prophet who presumes to speak a word in my name, which I have not commanded him to speak, or who speaks in the name of other gods, that prophet will die. Now should you say in your heart, How would we recognize the word that Adonai has not spoken? When a prophet speaks in Adonai's name and the word does not happen or come true, that is a word that Adonai has not spoken. The prophet has spoken it presumptuously. Do not be afraid of him. Chapter 19. When Adonai your God cuts off the nations whose land Adonai your God is giving you, and you dispossess them, and dwell in their cities and houses, you are to set apart 3 cities for yourself within the land he is giving you to possess. You are to prepare the way for yourself, and divide into 3 parts the borders of your land that Adonai your God enables you to inherit, so that anyone who kills may flee there. Now this is the case of the one who kills, who may flee there and live. Whoever kills his neighbor unintentionally and did not hate him in the past, as when someone goes into the forest with his neighbor to chop wood, and his hand takes a swing with the axe to cut down the tree, and the iron flies off the wood and hits his neighbor, so that he dies. He may flee to one of these cities and live. Otherwise, if the way is long, the avenger of the blood, while his heart is hot, may chase the manslayer, catch up to him and strike him dead. Yet no death sentence is on him, since he did not hate him in the past. Therefore I am commanding you, set apart 3 cities for yourself. Suppose Adonai your God enlarges your territory, as he has sworn to your fathers, and he gives you all the land that he promised to give to your fathers. When you take care to do all this mitzvah that I am commanding you today, to love Adonai your God and to always walk in his ways, then you are to add 3 more cities for yourself, besides these 3. Then innocent blood will not be shed within your land that Adonai your God is giving you as an inheritance, and there would be blood upon you. But suppose someone hates his neighbor, waits in hiding for him, rises up against him, strikes him dead, and then flees to one of these cities. Then the elders of his hometown should send and take him from there, and hand him over to the avenger of blood to die. Your eye should not pity him, but you must purge the innocent blood from Israel, so that it may go well with you. You must not move your neighbor's boundary marker that the first generations marked out, in the inheritance you will receive in the land Adonai your God is giving you to possess. A single witness shall not rise up against a person for any offense or sin that he commits. By the word of 2 or 3 witnesses is a case to be established. Suppose a hostile witness rises up against someone to accuse him of wrongdoing. Then both people who have the dispute will stand before Adonai, before the Kohanim and judges in charge at that time. The judges are to investigate thoroughly, and if indeed the witness is a false witness and has testified falsely against his brother, then you are to do to him just as he had plotted to do to his brother, so you will purge the evil from your midst. Those who remain will hear and be afraid, and they will no longer do such an evil thing as this in your midst. Your eye must not show pity, life for life, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot. Chapter 20. When you go out to battle against your enemies and see horse and chariot, a people more numerous than you, do not be afraid of them. For Adonai your God, the one who brought you up from the land of Egypt, is with you. When you draw near to the battle, the Kohen will come forward and speak to the people. He will say to them, Hear, O Israel, you are drawing near today to the battle against your enemies. Don't be faint-hearted. Don't fear or panic or tremble because of them. For Adonai your God is the one who goes with you, to fight for you against your enemies, to save you. The officers are to speak to the troops, saying, What man has built a new house but has not dedicated it? Let him go back to his house, otherwise he might die in the battle, and another man would dedicate it. What man has planted a vineyard but has not put it to use? Let him go back to his house, otherwise he might die in the battle, and another man would begin to use it. What man has become engaged to a woman but has not married her? Let him go back to his house, otherwise he might die in the battle, and another man would marry her. The officers will speak further to the troops and say, What man is afraid and faint-hearted? Let him go back to his house, so he does not weaken his brother's heart like his own. Then when the officers have finished speaking to the troops, they should appoint army commanders at the head of the troops. When you go near a city to fight against it, call out shalom to it. Now if it answers you shalom and opens up to you, then all of the people found in it will serve you as forced laborers. If it does not make peace with you, but makes war against you, then lay siege against that city. When Adonai your God hands it over to you, you are to strike all its males with the sword. Only the women, children, livestock, and all that is in the city, all its spoil, may you take as plunder for yourself, so you may consume your enemies' spoil, which Adonai your God has given you. Thus you will do to all the cities that are very distant from you, which are not among the towns of these nations nearby. However, only from the cities of these peoples, which Adonai your God is giving you as an inheritance, you must not let anything that breathes live. You must utterly destroy them. The Hittites, the Amorites, the Canaanites, the Perizzites, the Hivites, and the Jebusites, just as Adonai your God has commanded you. You are to do this so they will not teach you to do all the abominations as they have done for their gods, and so you would sin against Adonai your God. When you lay siege to a city for a long time, making war against it to capture it, you are not to destroy its trees by swinging an axe at them, for from them you may eat, so you shall not chop them down. For is the tree of the field human, that it should enter the siege before you? You may destroy and chop down only the trees that you know are not trees for food, so that you may build siege equipment against the city that is making war with you until its downfall. Chapter 21. Suppose a slain person is found fallen in a field, on the land Adonai your God is giving you to possess. Who struck him is unknown. Then your elders and judges must come out and measure the distance to the towns that are around the slain one. Now the town nearest to the slain one, the elders of that city are to take from the herd a heifer that has not been used for work or pulled a yoke. Then the elders of that city are to bring the heifer down to a flowing wadi that has not been plowed or sown, and break the heifer's neck there in the wadi. The Kohanim, the sons of Levi, will come forward, for Adonai your God has chosen them to serve him and pronounce blessings in his name. And by their mouth every dispute and assault is to be settled. All the elders of that city nearest to the slain one will wash their hands over the heifer whose neck was broken in the wadi. And they will answer and say, Our hands did not shed this blood, nor did our eyes see. Grant atonement for your people Israel, whom you have redeemed, Adonai, and do not put innocent blood on your people Israel. Then atonement will be granted to them for the blood. So you will purge the guilt of innocent blood from your midst, when you do what is right in Adonai's sight. Isaiah chapter 51 verse 12 to chapter 52 verse 12. I am the one who comforts you. Who are you that you should fear man who dies, or a son of man who is given up like grass? But you forgot Adonai your Maker, who stretched out the heavens and laid the foundations of the earth. Are you in constant dread all day because of the fury of the oppressor as he makes ready to destroy? But where is the fury of the oppressor? Soon one bowed down will be released. He will not die and go to the pit, nor will his bread be lacking. For I am Adonai your God, who stirs up the sea so that its waves roar. Adonai Tzaot is his name. I have put my words in your mouth and covered you with the shadow of my hand. I who set the heavens in place, who laid the foundations of the earth, and say to Zion, you are my people. Awake, awake, stand up, Jerusalem. For Adonai's hand you have drunk the cup of his fury, the chalice of reeling, that you have drained to the dregs. There is none to guide her among all the sons she has borne, nor is there one to take her by the hand among all the sons she has raised. These two things have befallen you. Who will mourn for you? Devastation and destruction, famine and the sword. How will I comfort you? Your sons have fainted. They lie at every street corner like an antelope in a net. They are full of Adonai's fury, the rebuke of your God. Therefore hear this, you who are afflicted, who are drunk, but not with wine. Thus says your Lord, Adonai your God, who defends his people. Behold, I have taken from your hand the cup of reeling, the bowl of my wrath. You will never drink it again. Then I will put it into the hand of your tormentors, who said to you, lie down, so we may walk all over you. You have made your back like the ground and like a street for passerby. Awake, awake, clothe yourself in your strength, Zion. Clothe yourself in beautiful garments, Jerusalem, the holy city, for the uncircumcised and the unclean will never invade you again. Shake off the dust and arise. Be enthroned, Jerusalem. Loose the bonds off your neck, captive daughter of Zion. For thus says Adonai, you were sold for nothing, so you will be redeemed without silver. For thus says Adonai Elohim, at first my people went down to Egypt to reside there. Then the Assyrian oppressed them for nothing. Now therefore, what do I have here? It is a declaration of Adonai. My people are taken away for nothing. Its rulers wail. It is Adonai's declaration, and my name is continually blasphemed all day long. Therefore my people will know my name. Therefore in that day I am the one who will be saying, Hineni. How beautiful on the mountains are the feet of him who brings good news, who announces shalom, who brings good news of happiness, who announces salvation, who says to Zion, your God reigns. The voice of your watchmen, they will lift up their voices. Together they are shouting for joy, for they will see eye to eye when Adonai returns to Zion. Break forth in joy, sing together, you ruins of Jerusalem. For Adonai has comforted his people. He has redeemed Jerusalem. Adonai has bared his holy arm before the eyes of all the nations. All the ends of the earth will see the salvation of our God. Leave, get out of there. Touch no unclean thing. Go out of her midst. Purify yourselves, you who carry the vessels of Adonai. For you will not go out in haste, nor will you go in flight. For Adonai will go before you, and the God of Israel will be your rear guard. Matthew chapter 3, verses 1 to 17. In those days John the Immerser came, proclaiming in the wilderness of Judea, turn away from your sins, for the kingdom of heaven is near. For he is the one Isaiah the prophet spoke about, saying, the voice of one crying in the wilderness, prepare the way of Adonai, and make his paths straight. Now John wore clothing from camel's hair, and a leather belt around his waist, and his food was locusts and wild honey. Then Jerusalem was going out to him, and all Judea and all the region around the Jordan, confessing their sins, they were being immersed by him in the Jordan River. But when he saw many Pharisees and Sadducees coming to his immersion, he said to them, you brood of vipers, who warned you to flee from the coming wrath? Therefore produce fruit worthy of repentance, and do not think that you can say to yourselves, we have Abraham as our father. For I tell you that from these stones God can raise up children for Abraham. Already the axe is laid at the root of the trees. Therefore every tree that does not produce good fruit is cut down and thrown into the fire. As for me, I immerse you in water for repentance. But the one coming after me is mightier than I am. I am not worthy to carry his sandals. He will immerse you in the Ruach HaKodesh and fire. His winnowing fork is in his hand, and he shall clear his threshing floor and gather his wheat into the barn. But the chaff he shall burn up with inextinguishable fire. Then Yeshua came from the Galilee to John to be immersed by him in the Jordan. But John tried to prevent him, saying, I need to be immersed by you, and you are coming to me? But Yeshua responded, Let it happen now, for in this way it is fitting for us to fulfill all righteousness. So John yielded to him. After being immersed, Yeshua rose up out of the water, and behold, the heavens were opened to him, and he saw the Ruach Elohim descending like a dove and coming upon him. And behold, a voice from the heavens said, This is my Son, whom I love. With him I am well pleased.